People in San Francisco are very, very nosy. They get their noses in everyone's business, right? Like, it doesn't matter what I do with a newspaper box, as long as I'm...
While walking down Van Ness Avenue, I met Simone, a transgender male to female, and Samuel, a transgender female to male. They have been spending most of their days outside the Old First Presbyterian Church off Polk Street. Samuel has a fascination with rocks and small objects.
Explore and do new things together. We even went to college together, and that's how we discovered metalworking together. And doing artwork together is really is cool, right? I mean, doing artwork together, creating things together.
Oh, yeah, limestone.
Like rhino.
Oh, it's it might be crystal, but just normal crystal.
Actually, it's a rhino.
Wait a minute, let me focus.
It's actually a rhino. There's some sort of bug that is rhino something. Because if you notice, he has a big horn, like right around above his head.
This is just glass, but I'm going to make a picture out of it when I get enough. And I have more glass.
Welcome to Samuel's world. It's neat.
Simone's interests lie in reading and creative thinking.
Every night I walk by this place where they get 2 Wall Street Journals, and it's only one place. So I usually take one of the Wall Street Journals and wake up with the Wall Street Journal every morning. And I never realized the Wall Street Journal is actually quite interesting.
This is a really interesting article. This is about how people are having to engage in conservation and use less water for their lawns, and how some people are cheating the system and stealing water from sewers and stealing water from the ocean. But this is like my storage locker. This is so I don't have to carry my sleeping bags and my clothing around with me all day.
They go about their day at a slow pace as people around them pass by. One day, they asked me if I could receive federal disability aid for Simone. She has a bad back. I accepted, and the next day we went to the Social Security office.
They put a lot of design into it.
Told me that I was one of those that often fell through the cracks, and I was one of those people that was often being left behind and forgotten.
Are you guys excited, hopeful for?
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm very, very excited. Like it gives us a lot of hope for the future.
Yeah, I want to buy a lot of metalworking tools.
So it's not every day that a filmmaker documents a homeless situation and that other people are dealing with, and then has an opportunity to take part in helping those homeless people to actually get off the street. Only from the waist up.
Why?
Yeah, he doesn't want to be seen how high off the ground. Only the waist up.
Yeah, but it's only one leg.
Once I received the check, I went to tell them only to find both in pain.
No, it's garbage. You can get it back for $3.50 from Walgreens. I'm not carrying fucking everything for you.
Samuel was knocked unconscious from behind. Both suspect it was a hate crime by another homeless man.
I'm not being treated like this. This piece of shit doesn't give a fuck about me. He treats me like a slave, okay? You want to see how much I'm carrying? Feel this right here. Imagine carrying this and 3 other bags all over the place for 25 blocks a day. Imagine this times 3, okay? And imagine having a back problem. Imagine that. And he doesn't carry nothing. Imagine you might start feeling like an animal.
I want my tools. I want my tools.
Simone.
No, I want my tools.
He's
Leave
killing
this.
me.
No, you don't
I'm gonna break
threaten
up
me.
with you. I'm
No,
gonna break up with you.
no.
I'm breaking
I
up
just
with
want my...
Simone.
Stop it. I
this
just want
person.
my tools.
It's killing me. Okay?
I understand.
I'm
Simone.
dancing!
Don't
I'm
push
dancing! I'm painting! No, you're not leaving.
You know what? You know what? No.
I stopped recording for a moment and tried to calm them down.
Can I get a close-up of it?
Well, it's just nothing. I cut myself all the time.
You don't think it's anything?
What?
You don't think it's anything?
Oh, later on, I'll tend to it.
Samuel wants to tell you something.
Just wanted to show you guys a check. A copy of the check. I got it in the mail.
That came already before the first.
Yeah, that's the first check they sent.
But the
After seeing the check, we walked down Van Ness to a different spot.
And it doesn't. There's blood coming up in there. See, watch. See the blood coming up? The dark stuff is blood. You can't see in the light so much, but it's coming up.
That's me when I'm, like the way you saw me when I was really angry, that's like me when I'm starting to get sick, when I'm starting to get dope sick. That's the beginnings of me being dope sick. The equivalent of like living in the dark ages to living in the golden age. Yeah, it's like, wow, I feel great. Wake up in the morning and say, oh, the world is wonderful, let's start it, you know. And then when...
With Simone's new aid, I posted an ad on Craigslist. After a few failures, I finally found a one-bedroom studio across the bay in Fruitvale. One evening, I took them to see
See,
it.
we were really lucky when we met Jason. Like Jason decided, he said he wanted to do like a movie of and we had some interesting things to contribute, and we needed actually a payee, and see the thing is we
we both were thinking of him at the same time.
Yes.
2 days later.
The following day, Simone and Samuel told me that they didn't want the apartment because of its distance and the conservative neighborhood. And instead, they went off to a shelter in Berkeley. That evening, I called the landlord.
Hi, this is Jason. Hi. I'm okay. Sorry, some bad news. I actually talked to Simone and Samuel, and they're actually not going to take the offer for the place. I'm really sorry. Okay. Okay. I'm just trying to let you know. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Bye. I guess you can't find a place for anybody, like... I mean, they're still going to be marginalized for being transgender. And I really don't know what I can do. I mean, I made a bunch of calls, I posted ads on Craigslist. I don't know what to do. I mean, today Simone yelled at me just because I'm trying to get them a place to live, and it's true, I do want closure for my documentary, and that it would be nice to show a success story of people getting off the streets and getting into a house. But the truth of the matter is, I can't do that. And the question is, can anybody?